Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. Like I told y'all, I'm trying new methods out every time, trying to get the best format, the best area. It might be in different areas, um, might be with different sounds, but right now, this is the method I'm using today. So I just want to talk to y'all about a few things. Like I always like to give some health tips, working my way up to more deeper information, more useful information. And I also like to talk about spiritual things because for me, health and spirit go together. And how we know that, I mean, even if you're a Christian, Jesus was a healer first and foremost. He could heal people, and he is the foremost spiritual figure in religion besides God, the entity God itself. Even in other cultures, the shamans, they're the healers of the community, but they're also the spiritual gateways in the community. In Hindu, Buddha was a healer. That's why they got the healing Buddha. Ganesha was a healer. They have the healing Ganesha, which are healers for those particular religions, belief systems, but they also were the spiritual gateway. So for me, healing and spirituality go hand in hand. So I like to give both. I'll give a little bit of both. Today, I'm going to give y'all health tip because I know some people watching my shows for health. Some people might be watching it for the spiritual aspect. And as I get more comfortable around the camera, it's just going to keep coming more harder and more deeper. My spirit going to be able to flow as I get settled into this, and I'll keep making more videos, and I want to give y'all the best information that y'all could use. So today on the health topic, on the health note, I want to talk about stuffy nose and sinusitis. I just wanted to give y'all some tips because these are tips that I use, tips that I help other people use, things that I researched and found something that actually works. So I know pretty much throughout, if living your life, you're going to have a running, or not a running nose, but a stuffy nose at some point. Your sinus is going to get stuffed up. When people having sinus issues, it's inflammation in the sinuses, and they call it sinusitis. And mucus builds up, and it causes you to not be able to breathe. When you try to breathe, maybe one of your nostrils will be stuffed up. So I found 4 essential oils from herbs, made from herbs, that actually clears up them sinuses and like opens the nasal passages. And I got this reading in a book, so I'm sharing with y'all. And the way that I do it is I put these essential oils in a diffuser. A lot of people don't say, when you hear people talk about essential oils, they may say, put the essential oils in a pot and put your head over it and do that. Some may say, put a few drops in your hand and then hold your hand up to your face and do that. I don't hear none of them saying do this, but this works for me. First of all, if you're using a diffuser, I recommend using distilled water. That'll help keep the diffuser clean, and for me, it helps diffuse the oils better. And then once you got your distilled water in there, you can go ahead and put your essential oils in, and then really the amount of essential oils that you put is dependent on how big your diffuser is, and there's different diffusers that can hold different volumes of liquid. But I bought the oils, and I use an equal amount of each. So the oils that you're gonna use is lemon essential oil, thyme essential oil, peppermint essential oil, if I can get this last one in here, and eucalyptus essential oil. Now for me, I say my diffuser is probably around 1/4 to a half, can handle about 1/4 to a half a cup of water. And I'm putting 10 drops of each one. So I'm putting an equal amount of each one. 10 drops of thyme, 10 drops of lemon, 10 drops of peppermint, 10 drops of eucalyptus. And that thing get going. And once it get going, seriously, man, you can just hold your nose over it and close your eyes and smell it in. And the stronger you want it, you can bring your nose closer to it. But if it's too strong, then bag away. A lot of times you could just sit it, like sometimes I'll sit a diffuser right here, you know what I'm saying, if I do get a stuffy nose, which is not often, but I had it recently. And I used this before, I used it again, and it worked like a charm each time. I figured I gotta share it, So normally, last time I put it right here, same effect, it took a while for it to kind of build up, but same effect. Next thing you know, clear. I'm breathing better. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to share that with y'all, man. Sinusitis. You get those essential oils, peppermint, lemon, thyme, and eucalyptus. Equal amounts of each one, equal amount of drops of each one. Put them in the diffuser, turn it on, and close your eyes and breathe it into the level of your comfort. Take a break. Whenever you're ready, come back to it, breathe it in some more. Anytime your nose gets stuffed, go ahead and do that. I remember when I was younger, now this was crazy. People used to say smell ammonia and it'll open up your nostrils. And it worked, but I don't recommend inhaling ammonia. It's toxic. But that was when I was a kid, man. We do a lot of stuff when we're younger. But speaking about that, I wanted to talk about bacteria and the V word, the viruses in general, because a lot of people don't know. I make antibacterial, antiviral products, and I give them to people. Sometimes people, pretty much everything your body is fighting is gonna be a virus or a bacterial infection. I mean, ear infection, lung infection, mouth infection. A lot of stuff with itis on it is infections that's caused from either a fungus, a bacteria, or a virus. And you need to be taking antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal supplements all the time, because people talk about what's going on right now with the inner world. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm trying not to use these words because, like I said, they already took one of my videos down, and I don't even know what's gonna actual catch in their algorithm. So I'm trying not to use those words. But based on what's going on right now, I heard I've been doing a lot of research, and in the future, what's gonna be getting people is antibiotic resistant bugs, that they call super bugs. So just taking antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal type of herbs will keep your body fortified. And I just wanted to touch on that real quick. I'm gonna be hitting on that more, what I'm saying, as I keep making more and more videos, because as a herbalist, when I'm developing my products, I'm going through ailments, and there's literally I'm studying 247 different ailments, and most of them is because of a bacteria, fungus, or the V word. So I wanted to touch on that. Next thing I wanted to touch on is religion, the dangers of religion, and then the benefits of religion, mainly Christianity. One of the dangers of Christianity, it's that now it's people are they believe so much that they reject science. It's historical science. They reject history that has been found through excavating, and people discovering old texts and things like that from different regions around the world. That's history. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes people believe so hard, and they're so stuck in the mode that they're completely turned off to new information. And that's never good. That's never good. Because the Bible only came way to you by history. As a person who grow up and you going in the house of any religion, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Jainism, Catholicism, whatever, ancient Ifa, any religion, to you that's the beginning of your your introduction. That's the beginning. That's your first way that you interact and encounter that religion. So to you don't know that the reason why you've been encountered with this is because your parents was encountered with it, and they just passed it on to you because that's what they was taught. But you have to travel back to the root. It's like dealing with health. To really solve a health issue, you have to deal with the root issue. You can treat symptoms, but we know that's not what makes people healthy. Treating the root. So when you think about religion and where it comes from, you have to understand that the only way it came by through you is through history. Books was found in history. Books was changed, altered in history. That's why they call the Bible the canonical Bible. That's because things have been taken out of it by humans, man. I'm not making this up. Things have been taken out by humans, and they made what they believed was okay for people to read. And once you understand that, then it's on you to do your due diligence and start figuring out what's been taken out of the Bible. Because for real, I always tell the Christians, I like to talk from a Christian perspective because I'm well versed in Christianity. I grew up in Christianity. But I was able to, move beyond that and still keep my Christianity intact. I'm not a Christian. I don't subscribe to no religion. I study them all and I find pieces of the puzzle that help me see the big picture, the panoramic view. But like I said, growing up Christian, I'm well versed in it. And Revelations is about revealing things. Okay, revealing things. Reveal means to come across some new information that you didn't have before. And we know that if you're a Christian, this is my number one thing I say to Christians. If you're a Christian, we know that Satan is running this whole world. And we know that most people ain't gonna make it. That's what the Bible said, not me. So you have to take that in context and be like, okay, Satan running this. Why am I stuck here? Let me, broaden my horizons, look out. So I just want to say that on the dangers of religion, but I also wanted to say this on the importance of religion. As a Christian, I'm happy. I mean, not as a Christian, but as a human being with moral thoughts, moral ways of looking at this world, I'm actually okay with Christianity and happy that Christianity is around. Because I had to say this, man. If people didn't have Christianity, people will have no moral guidance or no moral compass to hold on to. I mean, no morality. I mean, in Christianity, even though for me, I always say, look, it's like when you're going through church, that's like elementary school, And if you keep going, if you study the Bible outside of church on your own, that's like middle school. But once you start using other cultures, other books outside the Bible to corroborate what's going on in the Bible and to get a better understanding of the Bible, that's college. A lot of people run around with elementary, and that's okay, man, because if they didn't have that, they wouldn't know nothing. They wouldn't know. It's like in school, at least people come out with basic skills. Like elementary, you come out with basic skills. You know numbers exist, words exist, and language exists, and you're going to need to use those basic things. You don't have to use the highest levels of them, arithmetic and calculus. Just adding 1 + 1 is 2. You're going to be out spending money, at the grocery store. You're going to be talking to people, so you got to communicate. That's language, that's math. So people need the basic skills just to operate within this life that we're living. So the benefit of Christianity is it's a tether, it's a grounding tool to keep this world connected to some type of morality, some type of spirituality, and a lot of people can graduate, stick, and be able to take their understanding higher. And I always say, man, in the Bible it say the disciples was asking Jesus, when we know the kingdom of God comes. He said, you won't be able to say lo here, lo there, because the kingdom of God is inside of you. And he talked in parables because he knew that some people would get it, but some people wouldn't. And then God know how much you could bear. So he only going to take you up to the levels that you can handle. Like someone like Solomon, he took him all the way up. He had a whole bunch of wisdom. It was various levels in between. You know, Solomon, he was like the he set the bar for everybody else. You know, but like Les Brown said, a motivational speaker, people don't fail in life because they, what does he say? People don't fail in life because they aim too high and miss. It's because they aim too low and hit. Aim too low and hit. So we shoot for the stars, okay? And if we just fall a little below that, at least we still above, higher than most of the people. So I touched on that. And then I wanted to talk about people watching their health degenerate. It's like obesity, man. I always look at people who, especially people who I knew who was like small, and then one day I see them and they're large. I ask myself, did they see this happening? Did they realize, or was it so gradual that they didn't see it? But no, man, like you know that they was getting up, they was looking in the mirror like, oh snap, I look a little, big. They probably stepped on the scale, 1 or 2 times. It was like, oh snap, But that wasn't enough to, trigger something. They waited till they was, 400 pounds to be like, man, I'm out of shape. I need to do something. My life is on the line. So I'm saying this to say, people do the same thing with their health. Before health issues progress into a chronic state, there's a lot of signs before. Pains, depression, it's nervous system signals, depression, irritability, sleeplessness, and then there's physical sensations, pain, soreness, aching, bumps, those are all signs that, and people don't do anything because they tough it out, and then, pain might go away, and so they just keep going. But that was a signal that you should have acted on. You should have acted on that signal. You going through depression and stuff. Maybe your nervous system needs some food. You need some brain food, because even it's a lot of aspects to health, social aspects, diet aspect, nutrition aspects, what you're doing with your body, what you're watching. It's a lot of aspects to health. My whole thing is, don't be the person. You have to be able to hear the signs that's coming. You have to be able to hear the signs and signals that you're receiving, the pain signals, the irritability signals, the stress signals, because stress literally kills. That's why there's herbs out there that help your body cope with stress. Because, if your body can't cope with stress, it creates free radicals, which leads to cancer. And, that I keep going on and going on. But to be honest, I don't know how long my camera going on, and I don't even know if it's still going. Hopefully it is. But I just kind of wanted to get on here today, talk about that, keep making the videos because I said I would. I'm going to keep bringing the videos and keep talking about things. Y'all know I'm going to keep talking about the Mercer in every video because I want to make something about that, because Mercer is tough. Mercer, forget everything people talk about. Mercer is tough, and I want to bring stuff that I've seen, man, that can really, really help you out. You know what I'm saying? But I want to kind of try to build a little bit more people for it. So that brings me to my next point. If you find the information that I'm talking about helpful, or you like it and is beneficial, please like the video, because like people say, that helps the algorithm. And I'm trying to reach people. I'm growing every day in every way. And I just want it to be better. As I get more in depth and bring better videos, I want more and more people coming. You know what I'm saying? It's that time now where You know, there's a transition going on, a wealth transition, money transfer, generational wealth transfer is happening, but also the responsibility on the next generation is being transferred. The responsibility of the next generation to replace those who's moving on, who's no longer bringing this information. We the next phase. People around, you know, my age is coming up. I might look young, but I'm in my 30s. All right, yeah, low 30s, but still. I just wanted to give y'all that information. I hope y'all found it helpful, useful. Thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Peace, love, and light to you. And I'll see y'all next time.